Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, and it's now my pleasure to be joined by Ashley Champagne Barona, who is the Executive Director of the Terrebonne Foundation for Academic Excellence. Ashley, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me as well.
Well, I
Yes.
know you have a wonderful program that you run. Can you tell those out there who may not be as familiar exactly what the Terrebonne Foundation for Academic Excellence does?
Yes, so the Terrebonne Foundation for Academic Excellence in Public School is a foundation that was started 31 years ago. We're celebrating our 31st year this year. Since 2012, when we launched our teacher grant program, we have allocated over $1.7 million to educators in Terrebonne Parish Public School System. This is a phenomenal thing for our educators. In addition to that, we have also we've been an affiliation with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library that I know we'll talk more about. But more recently, in the aftermath of Hurricane Ida, we launched an Adopt a Classroom through the Hurricane Ida Relief Fund, and we sent out a call to action in the community. And one of the first partners to step up was the Bayou Community Foundation, and they donated $100,000
Wow.
to this initiative. Yes, and so to date, we have given out over over $100,000 in the Adopt a Classroom. Yesterday, we were at Ellender giving out $40,000 to their teachers. And I know that we have a clip as well that we can show the reaction of these teachers and the excitement that they had.
We earmarked funds for not only Ellender Memorial High School, because we knew you guys had received the most damage, but also South Terrebonne and the other two elementary schools as well. So we did not forget about you guys. Y'all were on our first thoughts, and so I'm here today to announce that we were able to donate $40,000. And these funds will go directly to you guys to not only supply your classrooms with the needs that you have, but also we can reimburse you for that as well. So this check is written directly out to Ellender Memorial High School, and so I think it comes out to about $700 to $750 per teacher. So those funds can go to purchasing any type of things you may need that's educational related, STEM related, supplies and things of that nature.
You can really see the excitement on the teachers' faces there. I mean, they just seem thrilled with that, and I'm sure that's going to go a long way with helping them.
Absolutely, absolutely. We were also at South Terrebonne High School as well last week, giving them $40,000, which was earmarked right after the storm. Like I said in the video, we did not forget about anyone. We wanted to make sure that they were back home and that they had a place to store all the supplies that they're going to be purchasing for the students. And so as you can see in the picture, just so excited to be able to do this for our educators. You know, a lot of our teachers are rebuilding their own homes, and so if we can help them rebuild their classrooms, it's just a little token of appreciation that we have for all that they do in our community. We were also able to give out $53,000 initially to other schools as well throughout the parish. Mulberry, Broadmoor,
Let's see, I think we have
Berg.
some of them pulled up right
Yes,
now. There's
yes,
Broadmoor,
yes.
14,750.
Yes, it's incredible the amount of impact. And you know, I mentioned the Bayou Community Foundation, but the partnership that we have with other businesses in the community and with other individual donors has really made this program grow. And the money goes directly back into the classrooms and impacting the teachers as well, so that they can purchase the things that they need in order to teach our kids. And so in addition to that, we have our new teacher grants as well, so separate and different from that. So any teacher who is new to the parish, new to a subject, new to the school within the past 3 years can go onto our website and apply for the new teacher grant and an innovative ed grant as well. So many opportunities to get some funds for your classrooms. And this year we also implemented the Philip Martin Science Grant as well for those science educators who are looking to maybe purchase something for their laboratories. And so through the Innovative Ed Grant, they can apply for that Philip Martin Science Grant.
Well, that certainly sounds wonderful. And what is that website for those out there?
It's TFAE.org.
Okay, and they can go and that is, of course, goes to help out with their teaching endeavors. And That certainly will go a long way with helping the students
Yes.
have a more entertaining year as well.
Anything that we can do to help our educators impact the classroom and give our students a learning experience that they'll never forget and be able to excel and give them the tools that they need to put in their toolbox.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier that the money really is going to schools that were damaged the hardest, where the bulk of the funds go. We saw Ellender and South Terrebonne, two schools that were really had a rough go after Hurricane Ida.
Yes, yes, and that was our Adopt a Classroom initiative. And we're not done yet. We still know that there are two elementary schools, Grand Caillou Elementary, and then also Upper Little Caillou as well, that we still haven't forgotten about, and we are not finished writing checks yet.
Okay, and I know the money doesn't free. Can you tell us, I guess, how do people donate to the organization, and how do y'all get the funds to
Yeah,
get
so if you are someone who is interested in being part of this Adopt a Classroom initiative or even donating in any kind of way, you can always email me directly, visit our website for more information, tfae.org.
Okay, and your email address will be out on there as
Yep,
well?
and we'll put my email address up on the screen as well, Ashley, ASHLEE, at tfae.org.
We're talking a little bit during the break about another way that your organization receives funding, a run that you have coming up in May of each year.
Oh, yeah. So you asked about funding and how you can support TFAE. And one of our biggest fundraisers every year is our 5K Run for Excellence that I know that you guys cover. It's every May. It's always the Saturday before Mother's Day, and it has grown significantly in the past few years. So if you've ever come out to support that race or volunteered or was a sponsor, this is what your money's doing. It's your dollars in action. It goes directly back to our teachers, to our students, and to our schools, and that's our big mission. Whatever we can do to support our educators in the community is what we're going to do. And we talked a little bit about the new teacher grants, and we wanted to make sure we made it easy for our teachers to apply, and we removed any type of barriers for that. And so our board of directors suspended one of the requirements that had all been long standing, and that requirement to be a certified teacher has been suspended for this year, because we know that a lot of our teachers are working towards that certification but may not yet be there, and that we had a huge influx of teachers that are just coming into the system that may not be certified. And so we've suspended that requirement to be a certified teacher in order to apply for that new teacher grant. And so this year, if you're a new teacher, like I mentioned before, we just wanted to make sure all those barriers were removed and we get the money to the teachers that need it the most. So yeah, if you've ever been to the 5K Run for Excellence, that's your dollars in work. That's your dollars in action.
In another area, I guess the dollars are put to work is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which I know is a big thing that y'all do. It takes a lot of effort. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So it is one of those gems that our community has. Not every community has the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And Dolly Parton's not actually reaching into our purse bag and pulling out the money for this program. This money is raised by the community in order to get these books into the hands of our young residents aged 0 to 5 years of age. So any parent who has a child between those ages, 0 and 5, can register for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which a book is delivered each month directly to your mailbox. That's age appropriate, and it's free. It doesn't cost the parent anything. There's no financial stipulation. We don't ask for your source of income or anything like that. You just go online and register your child, and for the duration of that child's the developmental years, they can receive an age-appropriate book delivered straight to their mailbox, and that's all through the funds from TFAE.
Okay, and is that also on TFAE's website to sign up for that?
Yes, that is also on TFAE's website as well, on registering a child. It costs about $25 a year for a child for the program, and it's $125 for the lifespan of the program. So for a child 0 to 5 years of age, it costs about $125 to put a child through that program. And like I said before, it's one of those diamonds that we have in this community. Not every community offers that, but we see that early education and exposing children early on to vocabulary and just the love of reading really excels the literacy in an individual, preparing them for those kindergarten pre-K years.
Okay, and so that's each month a book is sent to them through the mail. Is that how it works?
Yes, yes. So each month a book is sent to that child through the mail. And I think it's been told to me that some kids think that Dolly Parton's their aunt sending them a gift. But it is such truly a gift that a child can just go to the mailbox and get that book, and it's on a month-to-month basis.
Okay, and do they have to return the book after, or?
No, no, we just ask that you pay it forward. The book is for them to keep, and to you can actually bring the books to our lending libraries across the community. Those are those little library things that you see, and different businesses have supported it. You return the book there for another child to experience and to have the thrill of reading.
So that sounds wonderful. So all you have to do is go to the website, sign up if you have a child between 0 and 5, and then you can get a free book each month.
Absolutely, absolutely. As long as they live in Terrebonne Parish. And we're also starting and launching a campaign to where if you did have a child that graduated from the program and you're financially in a place to help give back to the program, that we ask that you sponsor a child in line for them to enjoy the thrill of reading and to receive the gift of not just a book. I think for giving them the book, we're giving them more than just a book. We're giving them the tools that they'll need to succeed in those years coming up in school. So it's a huge blessing that we have in this community to have that program.
Well, that certainly is a wonderful program, and it seems like it must take a lot of effort to put that many books out there in the mail each month from y'all.
Well, that's through the Dolly Parton Imagination Library program. We just pay for the program, and they actually select the books that are age appropriate, and through the mail they kind of, that's what we pay for, that distribution of the books. And so yeah.
And how much through the years have y'all paid into that program for sending out?
It's an expensive program, but it's well worth the dollars that we've invested. And like I said, it's only through the help of our donors and our sponsors and our community partners that we're able to continue that. But to date, we have mailed over 350,000 books to the residents in Terrebonne Parish.
That's a lot of books to this area, and I'm sure all the kids out there have received it. It's a wonderful thing, and I know bringing a book to a kid, you see the joy on their face going through it.
Oh yes, yeah.
I know sometimes it takes work to read it to the kids each night when they're begging for a new story and don't want to go to bed, but it certainly is worth it.
Yes, it certainly is. And to have that into our community, I just can't stress the importance and how blessed we are to have that program.
Well, thank you again for all the hard work and the great things that your organization does, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for watching right here on HTV.